Good morning, my beautiful people. Today, we're gonna get to work, and you're coming with me. Today, we have a long day today. So today we're gonna do front and rear brakes for a Toyota Corolla 2020, I believe, or 2019, either one. So we're gonna get that done, and so I'm gonna try to make two separate videos off this. So one video is gonna be brakes for mechanics, and another video is gonna be a day in the life. So it's gonna be two separate channels. So if you're here for brakes, we're just gonna cut to the chase and get to the point because I gotta drive to the appointment today. He's still talking. Alright, welcome back. We are here and we have a Toyota Corolla. And I forgot the parts in the truck, of course. Anyways, get that out. Light. Ah, I'm blind. Alright. Oh, look at his tools. So cute.
Hi, my name is Jonathan, and this is what I start off with.
Is this recording?
Yeah, it's recording. Hi, my name is Jonathan Gonzalez. I'm a car noob. Today we're going to be working with Auto Geeks to change my oil and change my rear and front brakes.
You're changing your front brakes.
I'm changing my front brakes. He's gonna change my rear brakes because apparently it's a little complicated. The year, make, and model of my car is a 2019 Toyota Corolla. It's dark blue, and I don't know if the color matters. These are my tools. This is my start-off tools. So let's see how far I can get.
Need some gloves?
Gloves, protection first. So when jacking up the car, I was told that I have to put the jack somewhere. You gotta put it on the lift point. At the lift point. As you can see, he's attempting
The no look. Doing the no look jack up point.
the lift point here, you know? When you're it's like finding the clitoris. It's hard at first, but once you find it, you get it. So that's probably not gonna work to take off the tires.
Here's this.
Thank you. What am I doing with this thing?
You're gonna loosen up the hole. This.
Wow, that's pretty big. That's what she said.
So go ahead. Just hit the button. That's it. Hard. That's it.
That's quick.
Yep.
Like my mentor says, any job is easy if you have the right tools.
Exactly. Who said that? Me.
Auto Geek Randy.
Auto Geeks Randy, bro. Nice. Sometimes you gotta hit it off. So usually I just put the tire on the ground and then just put it under the car, just for extra support.
Under the car?
Yeah, just put it under the car. You never know when a jack stand could break. Anything could break.
I'd rather my tire break than my face.
Exactly.
Wow, so
All
is
right.
that what a brake looks like?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so what's the brake actually?
Alright, so how everything works is just up here real quick.
Is it supposed to be this rusted? Is that bad?
I mean it's normal, but not supposed to. So brake rotor, brake pad, brake bracket. This is the caliper itself.
Oh, this is the one I wanted to color.
Yeah, that's what you want to color. But you will color both, and not just one. Drive it after.
We have to. Last thing I wanted.
I didn't trust that when I did Andy's brakes. I didn't trust that his car. I was like, all right. I went back and forth, and I was okay. It breaks. So what we're gonna grab is, I believe, this is a 14, two 14s,
You wash the inside of this thing? Oh, one goes this way, one
and then the bottom. So the bottom one,
to the bottom.
the bottom one's loosened. Yep, you got it.
Somebody just doing it like this.
Yep. That's fine, perfect. Now the bottom one.
How do you keep track of your things?
Track of what?
Your bolts.
Get used to it. Perfect.
Terrible advice for a newbie.
Huh?
Terrible advice.
I'm just used to it. I don't know what to tell you. Whenever you want to keep bolts, so try to take that out. Just pull it out. Yep, perfect. Now, I don't have a bungee.
Oh wow, so this is the caliper?
That's the caliper, that's the piston, and your boot's fucked up.
Oh.
That's okay. So put that up here, don't let it hang. Usually put a bungee on it, or like a hanger on it, but it's
Is this gonna mess up anything?
That's not gonna mess it up. So they hang on there. Perfect. Now, this is your brake pads.
This is the brake pad.
Yeah,
oh, this is the brake pad.
Yeah, so you have pretty good thickness on it.
This is what? This is the brake, or this part is the brake?
This the part is the brake.
And this is the thickness of the brake?
That's the thickness of the brake. So you had pretty good thickness on it.
So
anyways.
I didn't need a brake change?
Nah, we'll see how the other side is. I think it was mostly the rear you needed to. But this is like, when you look at the new one, you see the difference. It's probably a lot more
thicker?
thickness. Yeah, it probably is thicker, yes. Definitely more thicker. You probably just had like a lot of rust. So when you look at this, you see how the brake material is in between this?
Yeah.
That shows it probably making a bunch of noise. And then when you get to here, that's where the little squealing noise comes from. So once you get low, it starts rubbing on the caliper.
This part.
Yeah. So you start hearing this little screeching noise.
Do you
start
reuse
hearing that.
this?
That's
So like if I were to
so if you were to take this out and sand it down and clean it properly, you could reuse this, yes. But I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. So now we're gonna take off the bracket. The bracket.
these
like,
bolts here?
Yeah, those two bolts. Yes.
1 and 2.
So it looks like a 17.
So then the ones I took off was the caliper, and this is the bracket.
Yeah.
This is the piston. You said my boot was messed up. What the hell does that mean?
It protects it from dirt and stuff to get inside.
Oh my god. Wow. Fucking. Yeah. When you have the right tools, but.
Yeah. Use a hammer.
Oh my god, it's gonna break.
Don't hit the stud. That's it. Hit here. If it doesn't come off from here, hit here. Don't be a wuss about it. Just smack it hard. Give it. Give it a good swing, bro.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yes, we're putting a new one on. Don't worry about it. I'll give you a couple more tries and I'll go.
Oh my god, I'm really gonna swing this hard?
Yes, just swing hard.
Oh!
There you go. I was about to be like, all right, my turn.
So this is the
So
rotor.
that's the rotor. Yes.
So this is what. Well, my brakes press on.
Compress onto.
So then now he slows down the car.
Yes.
Interesting.
Alright.
How much do these parts even sell for?
I mean, you hit on it. So I mean, you just.
I mean, before fucking it up.
It's useless now, but you could sell it for scrap metal. I mean, you wouldn't get much. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna match up the brakes. So grab a brake pad.
This brake pad?
Yeah, whatever brake pad will matter. I like to match.
Oh, now we get to see the difference.
Match it up.
Wow! Oh my god, that shit thick as hell, bro.
Show the camera the difference.
That's just crazy. This is the old brake and this is the new brake.
A lot of people go metal to metal, which is bad.
That is.
You don't want that.
So usually, you said that this still had enough brake. When would you usually want to change it?
Usually when you want to change it.
Like, is this a good time to change it?
Like
or
half,
is this
half that.
half of that?
Yeah,
damn,
half of that.
that's scary.
Yeah, half of that. But most of the time, when this sticks out, the metal part, I guess yours doesn't. That's weird. You start hearing it. But this is, yeah, pretty much.
That's a crazy difference. Yeah. And this isn't even that bad, apparently. This
Nah, it's not that bad, actually. I've seen worse. I'm like a car doctor, bro. You're a doctor and I'm a car doctor.
Dr. Randy. I'm sure you can get a doctorate from this shit.
Probably. So match that.
Whoa!
Flip.
That's what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, flip that.
Dude! Look at this shit!
Look at the difference. Alright, lay that on the ground. And then put this like that. and then match the sides.
Like this?
Like lay it on the top of that.
Like this?
Yes.
And match the holes?
Yeah, you don't have to match the holes. It's just you're looking at size. Thickness and size, so that's perfect. So it works.
This is what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah. I mean, it's coated, painted and everything. And then it'll start looking like the other one.
The other one?
Yeah.
So like mine originally looked like this, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. I'm over here getting it dirty with my ugly ass fingerprints.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you're gonna grab this. This is the first thing you're gonna grab. These are sliding pins. So when you're, say you hit is on and the brake is on, these are sliding pins. So this slides back and forth.
Is that what kind of compresses
it, and then it will slide back. These are sliding pins. So when you brake and it compresses, it'll slide in and slide out. But if it doesn't slide out, your brake pad will stay on the rotor most of the time, and your brake pad will wear down faster than usual.
Because it's like activating the brake even though you're not trying to?
Exactly. No, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll just stay compressed. And so I do it one by one. So you're supposed to grease these.
So they slide in and out?
So they slide in and out. So they sometimes, even though you have a boot like that on the piston,
You know my boot fucking.
yeah, it's ripped. You want to add the grease, and sometimes dirt and shit get in here. So you just add more grease to it. So I do this, and I do it one by one because sometimes the sliding pins have different sizes on top and bottom. So I just do that.
Nice.
Close it in.
That shit went in nice and easy.
In and out, spin it, let the grease get everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one will be this.
That was
you
hot.
can do the bottom one.
Slide it out.
Slide it out, grab the boot.
So it doesn't rip.
Yeah, so it won't rip. So go ahead.
Oh, you're a little tight one, huh?
And then
I'm gonna grease my boot.
now when you're doing the new brake pad too, try not to touch it too much. You don't want dirt and like grease to get on the new one.
Oh yeah. Oh, like you ever seen the movie Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
When they're like
brake fade,
they
yeah.
grease the brake.
Yeah. You're talking about brake fade. Do you know what brake fade is?
Is that when the brakes get drunk?
Drunk? I guess you could say that. When it starts overheating. When it starts you know how when metal, you get really too hot metals, it starts sticking together?
Yeah.
That's pretty much when it gets too hot. So when you look at the rotor.
Did I put enough grease on it?
Yeah, you're fine. Just push it in and make sure it just goes over the boot. Perfect.
Beautiful.
So you look at the rotor,
How
right?
did you know which one was top and bottom, by the way?
When you put it on, so when you put it back on, this is the way it goes on. That's top, that's bottom.
Is that why it says a T?
Probably.
Okay. Cool.
Sometimes it has right, left, or like front right,
This
front
one
left.
says left here.
Yeah, so left, so it'll be left driver's side.
And it goes like this.
Yeah. Well, no, other way. Flip it. Sorry.
Like this.
Yes. Now go in, and now this side will go in here. This side. Other side.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
So, no, my bad. So this
Like
side will
this?
here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, because then the rotor will go here.
Yes.
Nice.
So brake fade is pretty much. So yours are really good. Your rotors. So if you see here, you see how it's darker. Yeah, you see how it's darker than the other side. So your braking port was mostly here. So when you start braking, like on highway speeds, and you start slowing down, they'll start to heat up more here than the whole thing. A lot of people have this really thick here, and when you're slowing down highway speeds, your car will start to shake.
Because
it gets really hot in one spot, and it will just start wobbling around.
Do you know what causes it to be like, why is mine here and not here versus like
not really. Sometimes if the rotor is like remade, like recut, these are done by measurements. So if this is thicker than millimeters, and you start braking here, it's gonna start breaking point here. You know what I mean? But it just happens over time. It depends how you brake. If you brake too hard, if you do everything. So one side, like when it's warped, this is what I call it warped, one pad will be lower than the bottom side, or one pad from the inner could be from the lower than the outer.
So does it matter? Like, I guess it does matter the angle that the pad goes in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's why this is here. It will keep it at a certain
Level.
point. Yeah, they'll keep it level.
For these. So we're changing the clips too?
Yeah, we're changing the clips too. Sometimes you don't have to, but I do.
I mean, if it comes all together in the parts.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think of it. So take these off. Remember how they go? Go there, and we're gonna clean it off. Try not to breathe this in because it's brake dust.
Nice. You don't want to get high off the brake dust.
No, you're not gonna get high, but
I'm sure your lungs. Do you wear a mask when you do this shit?
Most of the time, yes. And they do. They make fun of me at work for it, but I don't care. Just if you work, when you're a mechanic, you work with a bunch of assholes. So.
Who's such a pussy? You don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what.
You don't want to inhale brake dust, dumb.
Dummy, come on, bro. So this goes.
You sure you're ready to get critiqued on Instagram and YouTube about this?
Yeah, why not? The more hate you get, the better.
You're like, what a loser. He forgot to do this.
Yeah, literally.
He said this wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
You'll feel the catch. So when you turn it, you're gonna be turning it. Yes, perfect. Alright, there you go. Don't do it all the way. Make sure you still have wobble room to put the bottom one in.
If you could be a mechanic on RuneScape, what level would you change in the brakes?
Honestly, that would probably, after oil changes, that would probably be like level 40.
Damn, what would be level 1?
Oil changes. Oh no, actually no, taking off your tire actually. It'll probably be level 1.
Putting on a spare?
You put it on a spare, yeah. It's like, oh no, you got a flat tire. Oh dear.
Oh dear. You got a flat tire.
You got a flat tire. What shall you do?
You need level. Damn.
You sometimes have to fuck around with it. I grab the pad, so the bottom one's in. So when you look at the top part, it's hitting like the top part of the bracket.
That's what I thought.
So you gotta push down and at the same time. Alright. So now that's on. So now, since the piston was the same size as the old pads, we gotta push the piston back inside. So we're gonna say.
You took a piston out?
No, just the piston. That's what presses. That's what presses on the brake pads. Okay. Yes. So there's a special tool for this, which is not this, but I always use this because it's just easiest. So take this, one in the back, one in the thing, on the piston, and you just squeeze down till it's going in. Squeeze all the way back. That should be fine.
Do you have to lube this or anything?
No, the brake pad is already lubed, so it's fine.
Okay.
So remember, there's brake fluid in this. So when you press in the brake fluid, all the brake fluid that's in here, that was in here, is gonna go back. So when you look, if you ever filled up your brake fluid without checking your brakes, sometimes it starts to spill out because people will top it off and then do the brakes, and then we'll just start spilling everywhere.
The fluid comes in, pushes the piston, you push on the brake to brake the car, and then when you let go of the brake, the piston goes back because the fluid is going back into the brake.
Well, when it doesn't go back all the way because you're just using it's just a brake pressure. When you're pressing it back is when the fluid goes back. You know what I mean? So every time you're pressing it, there's always fluid coming in because you're building that pressure up when you're hitting the pad.
So then when you let go of your brake, what happens to the fluid?
It stays there. It stays there. That's good. That's good. Let's make sure it's good. Perfect. That's it. We can take this off now.
Now it should be held in place, right?
Yeah, it should be held in place, right?
Okay.
Well, it's not gonna be held in place because this is the roof. See that? Until you start pressing it. Yeah. So until you start pressing it, it'll compress. And once you put the wheel on, it will just get in place. But since we did this already, it's pretty much in place.
So now the wheel goes on.
Now the wheel goes on. Now you're done.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
For me, I think the most complicated part was definitely putting those brake pads.
Yeah,
how's the wear on my tires?
So when you look at your tires, since you have a wobble, see this tab?
Yeah.
So you have good meat on here, good tread.
Yeah, I got good
So
meat.
when you look at your alignment, this is actually not so bad. So you feel a little when you go that way, you feel little bumps. It's bumpy. Your alignment is not that bad. Just worse. Like if you look at my truck, it's worse. So both sides are not bad. It's pretty smooth. So you're good. This looks good.
Ben, all right, let's put this tire back in. I did it. Now you're gonna watch me do this shit solo.
So guys, when it comes to the rear brakes, you're gonna take it off the same way as you do in the front, but now to push the piston back in, it's gonna be different. Again, there might be different ways to do it. These pistons did not have notches on them. I was trying to explain to you here, but most of the time there's a certain tool you can use to push these back in, but this one for some reason didn't have it. Now I'm using pliers to twist it back in. So you twist, you know, a couple times, push it back in, and just do it that way. Again, be careful with the boot, and do it that way. Sometimes most manufacturers you could pop the electric parking brake cover off, and sometimes there's a bolt for you to turn or loosen and turn so you can push the piston back in. But using this pliers and twisting it back in works perfectly fine too. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and I know it was long, and hope you learned something from it.